Hello, Absurdians. It's your wonderful host, Mel. I'm here to let you know that we will not be releasing a new episode this week. I know. It's sad. I get it. It's okay. You can message Rod your disdain, but really it is my fault because I'm quite ill. So I'm going to be staying home to get some much needed rest. But don't worry. Next week we'll be back to our regular schedule and we'll be bringing you our weekly episodes. No problem. In the meantime, though, we are putting out an older episode that you can listen to. You might have heard it already. If you haven't, take a listen. And if you have, listen to it again. I'm sure it's lovely. But yes, so apologies for the little bit of a lack of regular schedule lately, but we will be back to normal next week. Thank you.
The following podcast contains mature subject matter, adult themes, and may also contain profanity. You have been warned.
Hello, everyone. Hello, and welcome back to The Absurd, a podcast about the absurd news stories and histories, mysteries, and just funky, strange goings-on. Our stories are freaky, funny, and sometimes even frightening. Yes, indeed. I am here with my uber-charming co-host, the amazing Mel. Hi, Mel.
Hi, Rod.
Oh
How
my
are you?
Gosh. I'm okay. Not quite as hot as I was on the weekend.
No, that was a doozy.
Thought I was going to burst into flames just out of nowhere.
It was a lot. I was sitting outside a lot on the weekend, too, so it's...
Yeah.
I don't recommend.
I'm not about it.
I'm not either.
Like, I like the things we do in summer, but that's too much, dude.
It was.
You know?
It was a little excessive.
But yeah, otherwise you're doing well. Things are good?
Yeah, things are good.
Good.
Things are very good.
Man, lovely.
Yes,
Lovely.
We had lots of beers this weekend.
Oh, my.
A few parties on the go.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, I know, right?
You're quite the social butterfly,
Yeah, I
aren't you?
was done being social by last night.
Yeah.
I was like,
Well, that's
I don't
good
even want
timing.
to talk to anybody, right?
Yeah. Did you go to your recording studio and just hide in there? I bet you it's hot in there, isn't it?
It does get hot.
Yeah, I was going to say.
It does get very hot in
yeah,
there.
because it's like 9 square feet.
It is.
Not quite.
Yeah,
but.
and there's like an actual ceiling light in there.
Oh, good.
But I bought a little rechargeable light / lantern.
Right.
And I put it on the shelf in there, and I use that when I'm in there now. Because
Well, it's
that
not
one
as-
light switch, like it heats up quick in there.
Yeah, and so your lamp thing barely throws any heat, probably.
Barely. But I get enough from the monitors and things like that.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
really
of course.
need to see when I'm recording.
I'm hip.
Yeah.
I dig, yo.
Yeah.
Hey,
What?
I heard a song today that I believe is one of your favorites.
I think I need to go.
If you
No.
want to be Danny Glover, you got to get with my friends.
Stop.
Is that the one you love?
No.
I changed the words. I can't stand Danny Glover either. Do you know who he is?
Yeah, I know who Danny Glover is.
He's in like Lethal Weapon.
Yeah.
Do you know what really bugs me? And well, all those movies kind of bug me, but I like them at the same time. Is the one where he's really lamenting how old he's getting.
Okay.
And he's like 54.
Now?
No, in that movie.
Okay, I was going to say, I'm like, he's not 54
No, he's
now.
way older than that, yeah. But in the movie, I'm like, dude, shut up. Because I'm older than 54.
Yeah, I know.
Dude, you'll be there.
Where?
You'll be at 54 at some point. It's not that long.
Eh,
A couple of years.
if I make it that long.
You'll make it. I'll drag you through it. Yeah, so you had a good weekend. I had a good weekend.
Yes.
Family gathering for me on Saturday. Good to see
right.
some people. We actually have our Christmas gathering in the summer. And we
Okay.
started doing this probably 30 years ago
Okay.
because it's such a big family.
Yeah.
Because my dad has 10 siblings. And, between them and first cousins are spread out. Like, I've got some in BC, Alberta, Manitoba, Virginia, and all over Ontario.
Right.
So getting together at Christmas is very difficult
Yes.
because everybody has something going on
Yes.
then, right? So we decided, like I said,
That's
30
smart,
years
though.
ago, have it in the summer.
Yeah.
And it's easier because you can have it outside. so you don't need somebody to have a gigantic house
Right.
to host everybody, right?
So how many were there, you'd say?
I think there was it was over 40.
Okay.
It's not close to everyone, not even close.
Yeah.
I don't even know if it would be half. But it was good. Like almost all of my favorite cousins were there. My cousin Tony, who's out on Vancouver Island, he wasn't there. Mm-hmm. And so he and another cousin Randy and my cousin Charlotte and my cousin Tanya, we're all in the older age of the first cousins.
Okay.
So those are the ones that I grew up with.
Got you.
And some others too, but they were all there.
Yeah.
So that was cool.
Yeah.
You dig?
I dig.
Yeah. But yeah, and so this week it's going to be hibernation time because it's going to be hot all stinking week.
I know.
Yeah, I'm going out bare minimum, dude.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to it. I don't like it. I'm over it.
If you could walk around in such heat naked, would you?
No.
Really?
No.
Like if it was legal, I mean.
No.
No?
No, because clothes kind of stop things from sticking together.
Yeah, that's true. And they do protect you from the sun.
Yes.
You know, stupid sun.
Yeah, I don't need to be burning my titties outside.
Wow, you're girls. Yeah.
Can I say that?
Well, you just did, so I guess so. Yeah. No, it would. I wouldn't be really bothered by it. Like,
What? Going outside naked?
yeah, like I'm not going to. I'm not going to be the trailblazer, you know.
Right.
But I remember, and I got heat for this. A few years ago, there was like a rally uptown. Because you know how in Ontario, women can go topless.
Yep.
Anywhere men can.
Yep.
And they should. Because what's the difference other than size? And even then, not always. But a couple of young women got harassed by a cop in Kitchener for going around topless.
Really?
Yeah, and it was well legal. I don't think they ended up getting charged, but they wanted to make a point that, look, buddy, we're within the confines of the law. So there was a rally uptown Waterloo, and it was all women who were topless. So my friend Jimmy and I went to it. Yeah. But I swear, I absolutely vow, I didn't go to look at breasts.
Right.
Right. I mean, even then, I was in my 40s, man. I've seen breasts.
Right.
You
right.
know?
Yeah.
If I need to see breasts, I don't need to catch a bus to go uptown. I can go online. You know what I mean? If I'm that hard up, no pun intended, to see boobies.
Yeah.
But I went to support it because I agree with it.
Yeah.
You know, why the hell not? But it's weird. Other than that, I have never seen a woman in Ontario go topless.
No, I haven't either.
Which, that's their prerogative, man. Like,
No.
do whatever. But you should have the option.
Oh, sure. If that's what you want to do, then absolutely.
Would you
go
at the
for it.
beach?
No.
Really? What if he was just like you?
Yeah, it's not my thing, really.
Yeah.
No.
No, that's cool.
I know friends I've traveled with them, and as soon as they get there, out they come.
Oh, out they come, eh?
Yeah.
Wow.
And hey, if that's what you're comfortable with, go for it.
Yeah.
That's just not me.
Right, yeah.
But anyways.
That's weird.
Yeah.
I got pictures to prove otherwise.
Yeah, sure you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
So a little bit of business of a semi-personal nature. I wish a belated happy birthday to my niece-in-law. Is that a thing, niece-in-law?
Yeah, sure it is. We'll go with that.
Yeah, because she's married to my nephew.
Right.
To my niece-in-law, Kendra.
Nice.
It was her birthday on Saturday.
Well, happy birthday.
Happy birthday. I don't know how old she is. Probably like 30.
Okay.
29 or 30.
Yeah.
31. Somewhere between 29 and 31.
Yeah, okay, we got it.
Yeah, so happy birthday, Kendra. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else we need to... Oh, you had a bit of an update.
Yes. Actually, yes. I was just going to say, I saw an update on... remember that lady that poisoned her family with those death cap mushrooms?
Oh, in Australia.
Yeah. Yeah, so she went to trial.
Yep.
And she is being found guilty.
Yeah.
So they're just working on her sentencing at this point, whenever that's set. But she's looking at life.
As she should,
she
man.
should.
She killed people.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah.
Well, she's claiming she didn't.
Well, she didn't mean to.
Right? Because remember, she had
died.
said she was already cultivating her own mushrooms, and she was saying they got mixed together or whatever.
Yeah.
They still came into your house. You still bought death cap mushrooms.
Like, I yeah, people did die.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, wouldn't you think that if you had that kind of dangerous mushroom around,
Yeah.
you would be beyond diligent?
Yes.
Like, I wouldn't even handle them and then immediately handle something else.
That would be like under lock and key somewhere, right?
Right.
Like,
Not even close to anything. And why would you have them in the first place?
But this is just it.
Right.
She got them. You don't just get them to have them on hand.
Well, no. Like, I've got a plant on my balcony, which is doing quite well.
Yes.
And it has its seeds contain a very powerful neurotoxin. I'm not growing it for the neurotoxin. I'm growing it because it's a big, beautiful plant with big, beautiful leaves.
Yeah.
You know, but I'm not going to go out there and rub the seeds and then come in and make myself a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not. Yeah, man. No. So good for her.
Yeah.
Good for her being locked up.
So I'll keep an eye on that one and see if she gets life.
Yeah, or what she gets.
Or what she gets.
Yeah. So, you got a story for us there?
do.
Melba.
Melba? Like Melba toast?
Yeah, you're toast, Melba.
Yeah, sure.
Nah.
Hey, have you heard of Edward Gein or Ed Gein?
I certainly have. I have read about him a lot.
Yeah, his story is really interesting. So
Yeah, he's
I'm just
like
going to talk about him.
He's like, how do you put it? Like, he's one of the most significant true crime cases.
Yes.
Like groundbreaking, no pun intended.
Yes.
But yeah, lay it on us. I'm all ears for this one.
All right. Ed Gein survived by his older brother Henry, his father George, and his mother Augusta. They lived on a farm a few miles outside Plainfield, Wisconsin. George was an alcoholic, and Augusta was a demanding and overbearing woman.
Sure was.
She loathed George, but due to her deep religious beliefs, divorce wasn't an option. Augusta had run a small grocery store until she purchased a farm. She picked it because it was secluded and she wanted to keep outsiders from influencing her sons. The boys left the farm only for school, and Augusta blocked their attempts to have friends.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, wouldn't it be great?
Good. What could go wrong?
What could go wrong? What did go wrong? Well, we're
see.
going to get there. As far back as Ed could remember, Augusta either delegated farm work for the boys or made them read the gospel. She labored to teach them about sin, especially the evils of sex and women.
Oof, wow.
Those evil
They
women.
should learn about them.
Stay away.
Bloody harlots.
Yeah, so he kind of went the reverse on that one, didn't he?
Kind of did.
Ed was small and appeared to carry many of the traits of a woman. He often randomly laughed as if at his own jokes, which resulted in bullying. In 1940, when Ed was 34, George died as a result of his alcoholism. 4 years later, Henry died while fighting a fire. Ed was now responsible for the welfare of his domineering mother, tending to her until her death in 1945. Ed, now alone, sealed off from all but one room of the kitchen of the farmhouse. He no longer worked the farm after the government began paying him under the Soil Conservation Program. Local handyman jobs subsidized his income. Ed stayed to himself, spending hours obsessed with sexual fantasy and reading about female anatomy. Human experiments performed in Nazi camps also fascinated him. No issues there.
No.
As his mental images of sex and dismemberment merged, Ed reached gratification. He told Gus, his other loner and longtime friend, about experiments he wanted to perform, but he needed bodies. So together they began robbing graves, including that of Ed's mother. Over 10 years, experiments with the corpses, 10 years, man, became more gruesome and bizarre, including necrophilia and cannibalism. Ed then returned the corpses to their graves, except for parts he kept as trophies. His obsession centered on his overpowering desire to turn himself into a woman. He constructed items from women's skin that he could drape on himself, such as female masks and breasts. He even made a body-sized female-like jumpsuit. Grave robbing Grave robbing was his only source of bodies until Ed decided that perfecting his sex change required fresher corpses. On August the 8th, 1954, Ed killed tavern owner Mary Hogan. Police couldn't solve her disappearance, but evidence at the tavern indicated foul play. Gus wasn't involved in this murder, having been institutionalized beforehand. On November 16th, 1957, Ed entered Bernice Warden's hardware store, a place where he had been hundreds of times. So Bernice had no reason to fear him, even when he removed a .22 rifle from the display rack. After putting his own bullet into the rifle, Ed shot Bernice, placed her body in the store trunk, returned to get the cash register. Store trunk? Sorry, I said that wrong. Placed her body into the store truck, returned to get the cash register, and drove to his home. An investigation into Bernice's disappearance began after their son Frank, a deputy sheriff, discovered his mother missing, and there was blood on the floor of the store. Although Ed had no criminal history, the county sheriff, Art Shelley, felt it was time to visit the odd loner.
Good thinking.
Police found Ed near his home, then went to his farmhouse, hoping to find Bernice. They started with the shed, working in the dark. They lit a torch and found Bernice's naked corpse hanging upside down, disemboweled. The throat and head were missing. Turning to Ed's house, they found evidence more horrific than anyone could have imagined. Everywhere they saw body parts, skulls made into bowls, jewelry made from human skin, hanging lips. When I read that, I'm like, hanging lips? Like lips just hanging from the ceiling on string?
Yeah.
Ugh. Chairs upholstered with human skin, facial skin that resembled masks, and a box of vulvas, including his mother's, painted silver.
Come on.
The body parts, it was later determined, came from 15 women. Some were never identified. Warden's mother's heart was found in a pan on the stove.
Jesus.
Ed was committed to Waupun State Mental Hospital for the rest of his life. It was revealed that he killed older women because of his love-hate feeling for his mother. He died of cancer in 1978, and his remains are buried in the family plot in Plainfield. Ed Gein's crimes as a serial killer inspired the films Psycho, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and The Silence of the Lambs.
Yes, indeed.
So there you go. There was so much there to unpack. It was hard to put it all into one little package, but
well, and it's weird. Like people certainly saw him as a very strange person, but not dangerous. Like people actually left their kids with him to watch.
Really?
Yeah, and he was perfectly fine. He never did anything untoward with the children. There was no issue. Like I'm not saying he ran a daycare or anything.
Right.
But.
And that kind of stuff freaks me right out, especially as a mom. And you leave your kids with people, with friends or whoever, right? And it's like, you never really know. Like you think of stories like that where, if people are comfortable leaving their children and then they come to find that out, like.
But it is such an incredible long shot.
Oh, and I understand that. Yes.
And
yes, of course it is.
This is one of those cases that, I'm utterly appalled and repulsed by what he did.
Oh, God.
Full stop.
Yeah, disgusting.
But he's a creation. He's a product of horrific parenting.
Yes.
All that shit's on his mom.
Yeah.
Not on him.
Yeah.
It is on him. He's responsible for what he did.
Yep.
But she's not even the catalyst. She's the cause.
Yeah.
You know? I remember years ago reading how, this might sound like a tangent, but how, like, fetishes were so much more common in Britain decades ago.
Okay.
Because of the oppressive attitude they had towards sex.
Right.
It's when you try to demonize something and hide it.
Yes.
Now you're making it taboo.
Yeah.
Which is really...
It's like a button where you're not allowed to push it.
Right.
And you're always told, don't you touch that. You want to touch it.
Because it's a biological imperative.
Yeah.
Like we are sexual creatures.
Yeah.
I don't give a damn what you believe. Nowhere in the Bible does it say you should never have sex. In fact, it says, go forth and multiply for Christ's sakes, which is the exact opposite.
Yeah.
So this woman instilling in him that sex is wrong and women are evil, you're a bloody woman.
Well, we can be.
Well, anybody can be.
Yeah.
She clearly was. So maybe I was a little bit of, I don't know.
Backfired.
Self-identification. But, no, I remember reading a whole book about him. And it was, utterly
Did
disturbing.
he kill his mother? I didn't say in what I was reading, and as I was curious if
I don't
how
think
his mother
so.
died.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
So I took a quick look, and he did not kill his mother.
Okay.
She died of a stroke in 1945.
Gotcha. Okay. But he dug her up.
But he dug her up.
God,
And
necrophilia
took her
is
vulva.
so... It's so okay, but here's a thought exercise for you.
Okay.
Like, it's beyond repulsive to me, right?
Yeah. Necrophilia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it worse than like rape?
Wow, that's a yeah.
No,
yeah.
but you're actually not hurting it. I'm not defending it for 1 second.
No.
Not
I
for
know you're
1
not.
second. Like, it's signs of some massive mental illnesses going on, right?
Yeah.
But you're actually not hurting anyone. I'm not saying it therefore should be legal.
Right. I know what you're saying.
Your
though.
ass should be in a 6-point restraint, if there is such a thing.
Yeah.
With electrodes going into your head.
Yes.
But you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, I don't know how to answer that.
I'm not going to say it's a victimless crime.
Right.
But, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I just find it so disgusting.
I don't know.
Oh, God. Yeah, Ed Gein, whatever.
Yeah. And he's a really handsome looking man, too. Like,
I have heard that.
his picture, like, when I was looking at it, I was like, yeah, not that changes anything.
No,
but
it doesn't. Never
I think
judge
in
a
your
book by its
mind,
cover.
you think of some creepy, old, disgusting thing, right?
Look at Ted Bundy.
Fair.
You know?
Yeah, fair.
Women were drawn to him.
Yeah.
He was very charming.
Yeah.
You know? So this idea that ugliness shows itself physically.
Right.
No. Hence the term, don't judge a book by its cover.
That's right.
You know?
Yep.
We get lulled into a sense of security by beauty. But I mean, it's like I think I said in the episode the other week, like, I do not ever use the word ugly to describe someone physically. I think that's a horrid thing to say.
Yeah.
But people behave in ugly ways or
Oh,
think
yeah.
in ugly ways. I got
Yep.
no problem about putting that out there. You know? Wow, man, I forgot about Ed. He's a big old guy, that Ed.
Yeah, that guy.
He's something, eh? Yeah. Good one. Good story, eh?
What you got?
Well, I got something for you. You've flown on an airplane, of course. Right. Do you like going to the airport?
No.
No, me neither. It's kind of exciting, you know, the first couple times, or if you're young and doing it, of course.
Yeah.
But after a while, it's just like, this is bullshit, man. Got to be there like 9 days before your flight leaves.
Yes,
You
dealing
know.
with traffic, trying to get there on time,
You
trying
go
to
into
get
the
parking,
U.S., take
trying
off
to-
your shoes. Fuck off. Can't believe I just said that. You know what that was, too? From one dude who hid explosives in his shoes and tried to blow up a plane like in the mid-90s. Or maybe it was later than that. Early 2000s.
Okay.
What was his name? Robert Reed or something like that. Anyway, you're never going to see him again. He's locked up for eternity. Somewhere in some supermax prison in Colorado, probably. But speaking of airports,
Yes.
I'm going to try with this name. Miran Karimi Nasseri.
Oh, yeah.
He's just died. Well, he just died a few years ago. At age 76 or 77, was an Iranian who supposedly, due to a series of bleakly comic bureaucratic bungles,
Ooh, that's a mouthful.
it is indeed, ended up living on a red plastic bench in the basement shopping mall of Terminal 1 at Charles de Gaulle International Airport in Paris
heard
for
about this.
18 years.
Yes, I heard about this.
18 years.
That's a long time.
You know how much food would cost there?
Yeah.
His plight inspired Jonathan Dove's opera, Flight, premiered at, oh my God, Glyndebourne in 1998, and more loosely, Steven Spielberg's 2004 movie The Terminal, starring Tom Hanks. Slight, balding, and dignified with a small, carefully trimmed mustache, Nasseri, who preferred to go by the name Sir Alfred Mehran, claimed to have been expelled from Iran in 1977 after having been filmed attending anti-Shah demonstrations during time spent as a student in Britain. So the Shah, he was the leader of Iran until 1979 when the Iranian Revolution happened. Then that's when the government, such as they are nowadays, took over. So before that, women could dress however they wanted to. They were very westernized in Iran, very educated, very quite technologically advanced society. And then the Ayatollahs came in and screwed everything up. So he was obviously but lots of people were against the Shah. He was a dick. He was like Hussein.
Right.
He is a dick. I would just argue less of a dick than what they have now.
Right.
All right. So he said he had been refused entry to both Britain and France after papers confirming his refugee status and identity were lost, stolen, or possibly returned to the authorities in what he called a moment of folly. It was at this point in 1988 that he first settled on his bench in his Muzak-drenched, neon-lit airport shopping mall. A French lawyer took on his case and fought a 10-year legal battle to win him French identity documents and the right to travel. But Nasseri refused to sign the documents and insisted on staying put. As his narrative changed from day to day depending on his audience, it was difficult to know what to believe in Nasseri's story. A ghost-written autobiography, The Terminal Man, credited to Sir Alfred Mehran and Andrew Duncan, was published in 2004. That'd be an interesting book to read. He claimed to have been rejected by his family and to have no contact with them. But Paul Berkzeller, who spent a year with Nasseri and wrote the mockumentary Here to Where in 2001, based on his plight, managed to track down family members and, as he explained in an article in The Guardian, established something approaching the truth. One of 7 children, Mehran was born in 1945 into a middle-class family in the Anglo-Persian Oil Company settlement of I'm not going to say this place because I can't, but in Iran. His father was a physician who worked for the company. After his retirement, the family moved to Tehran, where his father died of cancer in 1967 when Nasseri was 22. He said that after his father's death, his mother informed him that he was not her son, but the offspring of an affair between his father and a Scottish nurse, or possibly a Swedish woman.
Wow.
The suggestion was dismissed by siblings who recalled that his mother, who died in the year 2000, could not understand why Nasseri insisted on claiming he was not her son. So it sounds like he made that up. A major part of his life story was that in 1977 he had been arrested and tortured by agents of the Iranian secret police called the Savak because of his opposition to the Shah, after which he had lost his passport and been deported to Europe. In 1970, he had, it seems, taken part in a student strike over university rules at Tehran University, which got out of hand, and along with other ringleaders had been questioned for a few hours by Savak police, after which the matter was dropped. He was not arrested or tortured, and he was not deported. Nasseri's claim to have spent time in Britain was true, however. In the early 70s, he traveled from Iran courtesy of a businessman brother with whom he lived for a time in London. In 73, he embarked on a course at Bradford University in, of all things, Yugoslavian studies. But he failed to complete the course, either because his money had run out or, according to fellow students who wondered what an Iranian was doing in England, studying Serbo-Croat, because he failed the exams. Nasseri left England to travel Europe, and after a while his letters home dried up. Family members asked Iran's foreign ministry for help in finding him, but to no avail. Then in 1991, a family friend saw Nasseri sitting on the airport bench. When he tried to greet him, however, Nasseri refused to recognize him and subsequently rejected family members and other friends who attempted to make contact. Eventually, they stopped trying, concluding that, for whatever reason, he had chosen the life he wanted to live. His own story was that after being deported from Iran in 1977, he had spent the next few years traveling through Europe in search of asylum. Finally, in 1981, Belgium granted him refugee status and identity documents. After the documents were lost, discarded, or stolen, he left Belgium for France, where he spent time in jail on illegal immigration charges. Allegedly, he tried to return to England, but was turned back at Heathrow Airport and returned to Charles de Gaulle Airport, where he remained in limbo. According to Paul Berkzeller, Nasseri seems to have arrived sane at the airport, but at some point during the time it took his lawyer to negotiate identity papers, he lost touch with reality. An informal support network grew up around him, providing medical help along with books and a radio. He was happy to chat to passers-by, but as time went on, preferred to engage with media folk, filmmakers, and journalists, who would usually be relied upon for a modest gratuity. He was reportedly paid $250,000 for the film rights by Spielberg's DreamWorks production company, money he deposited in an airport bank. Throughout his time at the airport, where he was to be found surrounded by cartons, newspapers, and plastic bags, Nasseri kept himself meticulously groomed, used an airport bathroom. To begin with, he relied on a Burger King outlet for his meals, but was delighted when the franchise was taken over by McDonald's, because I prefer McDonald's French fries. He always left a tip. Nasseri, whose story also provided the inspiration for the 1993 French film Tombé du Ciel, Lost in Transit, would tell people that he was waiting for a green card so that he could go to America, and for a British passport so that he could go to England. He tended to forget to mention that both the French and Belgians had offered him citizenship, which he could not take up because of his refusal to admit he was Iranian, or to sign his name as anything other than Sir Alfred Mayne. In 2006, Nasseri was taken to hospital for an operation, after which he was looked after by the French Red Cross in an airport hotel, living for time in a reception center and then in a Paris shelter. In 2006, Nasseri was taken to hospital for an operation, after which he was looked after by the French Red Cross in an airport hotel, living for a time in a reception center and then in a Paris shelter. In September, however, he returned to the airport, taking up residence in Terminal 2F. I realize I am famous, Nasseri told the New York Times in 2003. I wasn't interesting until I came here. Nasseri then died in November of 2022 at Charles de Gaulle Airport. Weird, eh?
It is a little bit weird. Especially he got all that money, too, from, movie rights and stuff, and didn't do anything with it. Just stayed in the airport and ate McDonald's. And Burger King.
Burger King and then McDonald's. Yeah. But it's made me think of something. Like, obviously, he had some mental health issues.
Yeah.
Right, as I said, like, he was saying when he got there, but my Christ, I almost go insane after being in the airport for, like, 3 hours.
Oh, I know, right?
Yeah. Much less years?
Ugh.
No.
Yeah.
But, maybe I was reading something and people were like, why are there so many more people with mental illnesses now?
Than there used to be.
There isn't. The difference is successive governments have stripped away all the mental health treatments. Like places that you can check into or where you could be put into.
Right.
Now you're just back on the street in 24, if you're lucky, 30 days. Like, and you gotta go to psych ward at Grand River.
Yeah.
After that, you're out.
Yeah.
Well, that, like, you're probably not cured.
No.
No. And a lot of people with mental illnesses, when they take their meds, they feel better. They're like, I don't need these meds anymore.
Right.
And they go off them.
Uh-huh.
You know?
Exactly.
So it's not people aren't more mentally ill than they used to be. There's no more of them. It's just that they're not being dealt with.
Right.
Whereas they once were in my lifetime, in your lifetime.
And I think it's also many years ago, mental illness wasn't as simple as, it was more extreme cases.
How do you mean?
Like, if you want to talk about, any sort of mental illness or depression or anything like that, it wasn't really talked about years and years and years ago.
I see what you mean.
So people just kind of dealt with anything that was going on.
By not dealing with it.
Right. Whereas now it's a little bit more acceptable. There's places, there's support, so you're hearing a lot more of it. I think that's probably what it is.
It's
just more mainstream now.
Yeah, there certainly is more understanding.
Yes.
And it's certainly less, what's the word I'm looking for? What's the word? I can't think of the word. God, it's such a common occurrence these days. But where you have to have it hidden.
Right.
We're more afraid, we're less afraid to talk about it now.
Yeah.
Because we realize it is quite common.
Yeah.
Almost certainly at some point in your life, everybody will have some bout of mental illness.
Yep.
I don't mean like bipolarism. Those
are
are
depression, anxiety.
Right.
It's just...
Right. Stress is a mental illness.
Yeah. It's just part of it being a human.
Illness, right.
Yeah.
But the problem is now, while we're doing all that, the governments have cut the funding.
Yeah.
To make tax breaks for the wealthy. That's what it is, man.
Yeah.
While the rest of us sit here in an ever worsening shithole, while we fund the great wealthy.
Yeah.
So it is sad. It's sad that this guy was stuck at an airport.
Yeah.
I mean, some of it was by his own choosing,
sure.
but. Anyway, that's weird, eh? 18 years.
Yeah, never having your own stuff.
Yeah.
Right?
Using an airport bathroom.
Yeah.
Well, it would have been clean. They cleaned them on the reg.
But it's never
not
clean
like home.
like your own.
No, that's right.
Unless you've been to somewhere that gives you bumpy.
We won't say that, though, will we? Yeah, because we're probably going there again.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, we will.
That's why
sure.
I stopped myself.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. So that's it.
Wow.
You got something for us now?
I got something else.
All right. I don't remember what it's about. You told me, but I don't remember what it's about.
Yeah, me neither. Give me a minute.
You better. Man.
Josephine Myrtle Corbin
I like that
was
name.
born with a rare birth defect called polymelia, meaning born with extra limbs.
Oh.
In her case, she had 4 legs.
Oh, my gosh.
2 normal ones and 2 smaller ones that grew from her hips.
Whoa.
So just think of your normal legs, and then you had 2 smaller ones in the middle.
They're side by side?
Yeah, they're there's pictures of her sitting in a chair, and you just see 4 legs just sitting at the chair.
So she's not like a crab. Okay. Well, I don't know.
No.
Because that would be freaky, dude. If somebody was running down the hall kind of like a centaur or something,
Yes.
Yikes.
I mean, that's what I would do if I had 4 legs.
Damn straight.
That sounds amazing.
Be like, we could remove them, Rod. I'm like, are you high?
Yeah.
I'm keeping these
Look
things.
at these things.
Hell yeah. You haven't spent a lot on pants. But anyway,
Yeah.
okay.
Can I go now?
Yes, please. Sorry, Josephine.
She also had 2 sets of reproductive organs.
Really?
And 2 pelvises.
Whoa.
Because of this rare occurrence, she probably one of the only few in history considered wonders. Josephine Myrtle Corbin came into the world in 1868 as a remarkable medical rarity. The unusual phenomenon occurred due to her body axis splitting during development, resulting in 2 separate pelvises side by side. Remarkably, her smaller inner legs were paired to one of her outer legs. Myrtle could move her inner legs, but they were too weak to walk on.
Right, okay.
Born in Tennessee to her parents William and Nancy, Myrtle's arrival brought both wonder and concern. Her father was 25-year-old William, and her mother was 34 years old. Nice little gap there. You don't really hear of that, in the 1860s.
I don't know, I wasn't there.
They welcomed Myrtle into their lives. Medical professionals noted that if Myrtle had been delivered breech, with her bottom first, it could have been potentially fatal for both her and the mother.
Yeah.
Thankfully, in the early days were promising, and she displayed signs of strength, weighing 10 pounds just 3 weeks after birth. Myrtle's family were going through financial hardships. What else do you do in that point in time? You join the circus.
Oh, right.
At the age of 5 weeks,
Oh,
people had the opportunity to visit William Corbin and marvel at his 4-legged daughter for a small fee. At 5 weeks.
oh my.
As the years passed, Myrtle grew up accustomed to the constant stares and astonishment from those who encountered her rare condition.
Poor kid.
Her inner legs were never fully developed. Her right foot was clubbed. I had club feet when I was born.
Did you?
Yes, I did. And I had to wear these. They broke my ankles
Yeah.
to straighten them out. And I had casts on my feet as a baby, like
Oh, God.
newborn baby. I had casts on my feet.
Yeah.
And just naturally, your body wants to go back.
Mm-hmm.
And as a toddler, my mom had these shoes that I would have to wear, and they pointed my feet outward and had a bar in between
Oh my God.
to keep them going the opposite direction.
But you weren't walking yet.
I wasn't, well, as a toddler, I would have
Oh,
been.
you said as a toddler.
So
yeah,
I
of
would
course.
wear it at bedtime.
Yeah.
And Mom said it was great because it kept me in bed.
Yeah, damn right. You should have one now.
I need some for my own kids.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
So, and my feet still, my one foot still turns in.
Huh.
I don't know if you've ever noticed that, but
I've-
my right foot turns in.
Don't take this the wrong way, but I have never looked at your feet.
Okay. But
Till
yeah.
now.
Until now, yeah.
All right.
Anywho,
I feel sorry for this girl.
yes. Yes, of course. Where was I? Oh, yes. So her right foot was clubbed and both the smaller legs had 3 toes on each
Oh,
foot.
gosh.
Over the following decade, William took Myrtle on a journey across the country where she participated in fairs, sideshows, and dime museums. By the time she turned 14, she had achieved success and managed to secure a lucrative contract, paying her an unusually high salary of $250 a week.
Oh, God.
So
good
I
for
went
her.
to like words conversion
Yeah.
site,
Yeah.
and that equals to just shy of $8,000.
Shit.
Yeah, I know. Today,
96,000 a year.
yeah, right.
Nothing wrong with that.
Absolutely.
Good on her.
I'll grow some extra legs for that.
Yeah, you probably wish your mom hadn't have fixed your feet.
Yes. Yeah, I know, right? As Myrtle entered adulthood, she grew weary of the constant attention she received due to her condition.
Yeah, sure.
At 18, she decided to marry James Bicknell, a medical student, after which she retired from her performing career. Interestingly, her fame has inspired others to attempt to fake her unique deformity, but all these imposters were eventually exposed as frauds. A year into their marriage, Myrtle experienced troubling symptoms like fever, nausea, headaches, and side pains. Concerned, she sought medical attention, and to her disbelief, the doctor revealed that she was pregnant on her left side.
Oh.
The pregnancy proved challenging for her health, and doctors even advised her to consider an abortion due to the severity of her illness.
So she
However-
had 2 uteruses?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
However, Myrtle managed to recover swiftly. Over the following years, James and Myrtle welcomed 7 more children
Bloody hell.
into their family. Tragically, only 5 of them survived infancy, 4 daughters and a son. The family lived a quiet life until their 5 children reached adulthood. Then Myrtle re-entered the show business. In 1909, when Myrtle was 41, she was part of the Huber's Museum exhibit, appearing the 4-legged girl from Cleburne, Texas. She often dressed her 4 legs in matching shoes and socks to the audience's delight.
Yeah, hell yeah.
She was making $450 per week at the time,
Damn,
which that
almost-
one converted was $16,000 today. A week.
Wow.
Right? In 1982, Myrtle developed a skin infection on her right.
What year?
1928.
Oh, you said 82.
Did I?
Yeah, dude.
Oh.
She was old.
No. In 1928, Myrtle developed a skin infection on her right leg, and the doctor diagnosed her with a strep infection. A week later, on May 6, 1928, Myrtle passed away.
Wow.
Her casket was covered in concrete, and family members watched until it was fully cured to prevent rob gravers from stealing her remains.
Sorry.
Yeah, maybe
To
Ed was there.
prevent what?
Grave robbers.
You're being dyslexic today. You said
I?
Rob Gravers.
Yeah.
That strep's no joke, man.
That's no joke.
Yeah, that'll
And a
mess
week
you
later.
up. Yeah, no kidding.
That's...
And you...
I got this weird thing on my finger. Do you think that's like...
Oh, probably.
I don't know what it is.
Alien DNA. Hang on a second.
What?
Echo, volume up. Echo, when were antibiotics developed?
From wikipedia.org, antibiotics have been around since 1928 when penicillin was discovered by Alexander Fleming. By the way, you have a new notification.
Shut up.
Do you want to hear it?
No. So that's weird. So
Yeah, the year she
penicillin came
died.
out the year she died,
Yeah.
and that's what you would use it on strep. Mm-hmm. Well, or some version of penicillin,
Sure.
I presume.
Yeah.
Weird, eh? Wow. She's pretty awesome, I gotta say.
Yeah.
Like, good on her, man.
Yeah.
Like, we might think, oh, that sucks that you have to go into the circus. Exploitive. We're all exploited,
I
dude.
mean, especially as a kid. I don't really like that.
No, but what
But when
we're-
you're old enough to make that decision on your own and that's what you want to do and you're making 16 grand a week,
Well, but I mean, her parents were poor. It was
Her
probably
parents
the
are poor.
difference between eating and not eating.
no, fair enough.
You know.
Fair enough.
But I
Yeah,
mean, it's
yeah.
the same now. We all work to make other people rich.
Yeah.
What the fuck is the difference?
Yeah, fair enough.
You know? So she had 2 uteruses.
Yeah.
I wonder if she could get pregnant in both of them at the same time, because she could have 2 different sets of twins.
Yeah, I don't really know.
I'm just doing the math
Yeah.
on this. Wow, good on. Well, she lived long for somebody with a deformality like that.
Yeah.
Too bad that she died of strep.
Of all the things to take her out, right? A
Well,
skin
yeah.
infection.
Yeah, man. There's really no natural causes per se.
What do you got to take us home with?
That's funny you say that. Take us home.
All right.
Hey, have you ever been in a traffic jam?
Yeah.
Would you say that overall you hate them?
Yeah.
We're going to talk a little bit here about the longest traffic jam in history.
Okay. Give it to me.
Yeah. So identifying the longest traffic jam in history is tricky because it depends on the factors considered. For example, according to Guinness World Records, the longest traffic jam ever reported occurred in 1990 on the east-west German border. That's when Germany was still 2 separate countries. And involved 18 million cars crawling to a halt. If we're talking about distance, a traffic jam that occurred in Uttar Pradesh, which is in India, could qualify as the longest ever. It reportedly stretched for 300 kilometers across several districts and kept motorists crawling at a snail's pace for almost 48 hours. But if we factor in time, there is no beating the 2010 China National Highway 110 traffic jam, which lasted for a whopping 12 days and even created a makeshift economy.
Wow.
Some people can't imagine spending more than a few hours stuck in traffic. Yeah, I've never been in that long. A few hours? Couple of hours, maybe.
Yeah, a couple of hours for sure.
Couple of hours.
Yeah.
But imagine being stranded on a motorway in the middle of nowhere for almost 2 weeks with no food or water or a way to turn your car around. There's another factor in there they haven't considered. Y'all going to the washroom?
Yeah.
You know? It all started on August 14th when a combination of construction work and heavy traffic created a bottleneck the likes of which China had never experienced. Trucks carrying coal and construction materials from Inner Mongolia to Beijing clogged the motorway, which was already partially closed for repairs. And add a spike in small vehicle traffic, and you have the ingredients of a logistical disaster. Before authorities realized what had happened and closed incoming traffic from other roads, hundreds of thousands of people were already stuck over a distance of 100 kilometers. Traffic volume on China National Highway 110 had grown 40% every year in the previous several years, and at the time of the incident, traffic volume was already 60% over the motorway's design capacity. The road construction reduced the road capacity by an extra 50%, and the greatly increased coal production in Inner Mongolia, coupled with a lack of railway capacity, meant that an unusually large number of trucks were already using the highway. At first, the traffic jam was a symphony of honks, yells, and screams from angry motorists. But as time passed and cars only moved by about 1 kilometer per day, everyone got used to the new reality. Yeah, I doubt that, only because they had no bloody choice. They were all stuck. Locals along the motorway quickly took advantage of the situation, setting up mobile stores that sold food, water, and cigarettes at astronomical prices. I thought of that when I read it. I'm like, oh yeah, what would that have been like when I was a smoker? I'd have been losing my mind. For example, at the time, a bottle of water sold for 1 yen, but at the site of the traffic jam, it cost 15. Authorities tried to relieve the traffic by allowing more trucks into Beijing, especially at night, but it still took 12 days to dissipate the worst traffic jam in the country's history.
Jeepers.
The China National Highway 110 traffic jam was so bad that it got its own Wikipedia page. So even though it isn't officially recognized as the world's longest traffic jam, most experts believe it is worthy of the title.
That's insanity.
No kidding.
And what do you do for gas? You can't keep gas for that long.
You don't, so you'd have to shut your car off.
Yeah.
Right? But what about like any medical emergencies?
Yeah.
I guarantee you there's people who died in that.
Yeah.
From like what if you had to take meds on the regular?
I know.
Like you're a diabetic. You wouldn't take, who the hell carries 2 weeks worth of meds with them when they go out? Nobody. Right? So, yeah, man. And, like, a lot of people here don't get it. Well, so if you've ever taken urban transportation course or transportation courses, they're awesome. They're fantastic. And you get a real understanding because people are like, well, why don't we just widen the road? And obviously sometimes you have to do that.
Sure.
But it's a given. It's understood in the field of transportation studies that if you want to make a road busier, you widen it. Because more people will go on it. They'll be like, oh, that road's brand new. It's got more lanes. Everybody uses it. Now all of a sudden it's overflowing again.
Right.
And roads are only built for certain speeds.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because no roads aren't a straight line the whole way.
Right.
They have curves.
Yep.
Well, those curves are designed with a certain speed and a certain range of speed in mind.
Right.
And that for capacity as well. You know, you could, for whatever reason, you could have the 401 go that way, where it gets that locked up. Probably not, but it is possible, you know? So just imagine being, like, in your car for, I don't remember what time of the year it was.
But I'm sure they left. Like, I'm sure people can walk to a different street and be taken home and like swap out. You wouldn't just sit there for 12
but this wasn't a
days.
street. This was like a massive highway, like 20-lane highway. So you might be out in the middle of God's country.
Maybe.
And people did leave their cars, which added to the whole problem because now they weren't moving.
Right.
Right? They're like, whatever, man. Like, where could you walk? How far could you walk in 12 days? A hell of a long way.
Yeah.
You know, you could walk across Ontario in 12 days.
Yeah.
Probably.
Walk across
Well,
Ontario?
no, probably
I
not.
don't think so.
But you could walk a long way in 12 days.
Yeah.
Figure walking 3 miles an hour for 36 miles a day.
Well, that's what I
times
was thinking. Like, if they needed...
360. It's like 450 miles you could walk.
Right.
I
was thinking if they needed medical supplies or whatever, you just go find it. Somebody stay with the car and go look what you're looking for. You're calling people. They're coming the opposite
But
direction.
this is what did I say?
know.
What year did I say it was? 2010. Okay, so they would have had cell phones.
Yeah.
But there's no way it wouldn't suck.
Still, yeah, it would still suck.
You know?
It would
Especially if
still
it was
suck.
like crazy hot or conversely crazy cold. Lame.
I remember being stuck on the 401 once, coming back from wherever it was. I don't remember, but it was dead stop. People were out of their cars and
Really?
people standing around, and we were there for a long time.
Oh, God.
Long time.
I've had that crap on airplanes. Like where you're sat for a few hours before you take off because of problems, and I'm just like, I am going to start killing people here.
I know.
Starting with that child who won't shut up.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Put them in the overhead compartment, for God's sakes. So, yeah, man, longest traffic jam in history. I think that
Damn.
one qualifies.
Yeah, I think so.
You know, 12 days, that'd be
No,
excruciating.
no, thank you.
Hey, Mel,
Hey.
do you have something you'd like to say to our
Yeah,
absurdians?
you guys should go check us out on Spotify and all the different places. I say Spotify. It's our top ranking one. I know that there's lots, so we're not
Yeah.
just telling you to go to Spotify.
No, listen wherever
but
you like.
That's
Absolutely.
where most of the peeps seem to listen from.
And since you are listening to us,
Yeah.
I ask that you would please share with a friend.
Yep.
Tell them about our podcast, our
Yes.
pokey little
Yeah.
podcast.
And if you're new and you've just started listening to us,
Thank you.
send us a message and
Yeah.
we'll give you a little shout out.
Yeah, we love you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
We
like
like
you. All
knowing
right.
new people have
Yeah.
joined our little cult over here.
I'm gonna buy you all a box of Lucky Elephant popcorn. You ever
Is
had
that
Lucky?
the pink one?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yes.
It's way better than stinking American Cracker Jack.
Uh-huh.
And they had better toys when I was a kid too.
Yes.
But I bought some Lucky Elephant for a couple of friends a few years ago. Yeah, it was stale and bad.
No.
But I do. Who doesn't like an elephant? Like seriously,
They're great.
better than a sailor.
Yeah, they're really great on crackers.
Lucky Elephant
Elephants.
on crackers.
Never mind.
I don't get it.
No, it's all right.
Is this a kid show?
No, it's not. Go
Okay.
ahead.
This isn't going to be that baby shark crap again, is it?
Oh.
There you go.
Anyway.
Anyway,
Anyhow.
thank you everyone for stopping by, and we hope you are doing well and that you're happy and you are devoid of untreated mental illness.
That's right.
If you have mental illness and it's being tended to, awesome for you.
Yes.
Seriously. Ain't no shame in illness.
None at all.
Not your fault. Anyway, we'll be back next week. And until then, please take care of yourselves and one another.
Bye.
Goodbye to romance.
Oh, my hair's all done.
I was just singing Aussie.
The Absurd Podcast is written, produced, and recorded by Rod and Mel. Music by Audionautics.com.